Hello and welcome to my first episode of The Sims 4, where I put Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in a bunch of different scenarios. So for this one, he's going to be a criminal and got dastardly, romantic, or criminal aspirations. And basically what will happen is, as he progresses, he's going to work his way up the criminal ladder to become a gang leader and rob a lot of banks. And while I'm doing that, there's going to be a lot more crazy stuff going on. I'm sure he'll end up managing to burn his house down and a lot of other things. But I hope you will enjoy the series as we progress. It's going to be a monthly episode thing. Well, as long as I can remember to understand how to build things in the game and whatnot. I mean, because that's the important thing. Knowing how I'm going to lay the items out. So as you can see, this was only the second or third Sims game that I played. But out of the main series, I only really played the Sims City games. And so that was why it took me so long at the beginning to build the items. I was trying to figure out where everything was. Or maybe that will work better. That way I'm not blocking the items quite so much. Plus, I'm really useless at building walls, was the one thing that I found. It was one of those comical things. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of funny commentary for this, because as I was playing through it, there was like little things, like little mistakes that I made that didn't... and that's the thing, once I've uploaded this, I want to hear people's comments on it as to whether you guys would rather see this as a live thing or a monthly video thing. Because actually a lot of the commentary that I'm going to show throughout this is going to have been like, it's just little things that I was sitting there thinking while I was playing it. Oh yeah, I got confused with the whole floor thing and laying the cellar out. Much to my amusement, because I ended up forgetting that, yeah, it's okay to build a bottom floor, but it's not very good if you haven't got a middle floor. There's a really weird bug, like, in this where, like, the, like, I ended up destroying one of the walls, but I'll explain that later on, much to my amusement. Yeah, I clearly didn't understand how doors worked at this point either. But it was one of those cool things, because I'm glad that I actually learnt about it as I was going. That moment when you've got like 17 grand and you're trying to put a door on at the wrong angle. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing trying to flick through the stairs once for that when I was on the roof, but it was one of those things. Just sit there and practice with it. There's a really comical part later on where I even memorized exactly what my brother said when he was watching the chaos unfold. That, yeah, I think you guys will probably get a good kick out of. One of those comical ones. Like any other time it wouldn't have worked, but the way he said it was just traditionally me. And anyone that knows me and knows my love of video games would understand why that is. So yeah, I because of what I have wrong with me, I have a difficulty trying to lay walls out and put roofs on the houses. So I kind of just do it my own unique way, which is the reason you'll probably never see a roof that actually looks like natural for a house. It's just going to be one of those funny things. Right, let's go. So yeah, I don't know what I messed up here. I think I laid the roof out wrong and something. Because when I tried to do the rest of the layout, it messed it up a little bit. I was having trouble trying to grasp the camera thing. That was messing me up a lot as well. I remember that as well. But no, I've really enjoyed it so far, like what I played of it. Like, this is the first episode, and I was trying to figure out how I'd commentate it over the top. But I really enjoyed the whole concept of it and trying to figure out how the episode would lay out in my head and all the things that I wanted it to be. Like, there were so many different things that I wanted to try and get this series to work with. I remember this bit, I just was like, how am I gonna lay this out? It was one of those comical ones, so I sat there trying to mess about with the camera. In the hope I'd find the perfect view for trying to lay all the things out. Oh, let me move that, there we go. Maybe I should put it in the top corner for a moment, yeah. Better. You guys can. Now, why there's nothing on the wall anyway. Yeah. Me flicking through all the items going, buy that. Let's not worry about the thing that I'm on limited money. Who needs a budget? Just throw the budget out the window. I just loved the whole concept of it. It was just like, yeah, what's a budget? Why do adults need those? I mean, if you look at it logically and logistically, yeah, bills are always going to be there. So my Sim's adventure into the criminal underworld will be him basically just trying to build the most expensive house with all the strangest items in it. Mainly because, yeah, that was what I decided it would be. I wanted to make it. I was just sitting there when I came up with the idea for this, thinking, how can I make Noctis the least likable hero in history? And so I thought, for the first one I'd make him a criminal, for the second one I'd make him something else. But in a degree, I want to try and make him so he's the least hero-like, without being completely evil. I mean, maybe he'll become completely evil in this one, but I just like the idea of making him like bad for one entire playthrough, just to give it an interesting like element to it. Yeah, me trying to put 2 grand fireplaces in there because it works as an idea. I apologize as well for the. I think I zoomed the camera in too many points throughout this. Yeah, that's gonna be a work in progress. And yeah, I have a really strange set of color schemes, just generally. Like, cause my two favorite colors are orange and purple, so I kind of went a bit nuts and was just like, I don't want to just do orange and purple this time, so. I ended up laying out a load of like blue and then deciding, actually that's too dull. So I was just like, yeah, let's change this up a bit. There's a purple, more purple. I mean, $2 paint is cheap. I mean, there's a crazy bit later on there, absolutely. I remember exactly what I was thinking every time. I was just like, this is the reason I'm not an interior decorator. Or house builder, even. I feel like both of those would limit my career choices. I was just like, stripy wall. Let's go nuts with it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, once I'd done the purple, I'd for some reason decided I was gonna change it again, and for that I decided I'd pick some tiled wall designs. I don't know why. Excuse me. And yeah, then I just randomly went on a crazy input thing with Windows, and I don't know why. The whole aesthetic was just me. I guess I was trying to turn it into some kind of like criminal, like Fort Knox empire. So now I was changing all the windows and like trying to wonder how it was gonna lay out. Like, I mean, if he's meant to be a leader, then he's gonna want privacy and things. I didn't really read the descriptions though, so I was putting windows in and then wondering why they weren't working and different things. So I had to change them quite a lot. And yet again, I forgot about the budget and was just like, yeah, let's just throw this in. I mean, what is cost? Clearly not something I need to worry about at this stage. I remember thinking, because the door didn't look like it was center, and it was really bugging me. And then I ended up clicking the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about the furniture objects and layout. I was just sat there going, yeah, let's not worry about the idea that I've only got $12,000 left. Which is three of the most expensive items in there, even though he hasn't made it to the very top of the criminal empire, and see what happens. Oh, and yeah, then I accidentally started moving floors, and that kind of messed it up. That really did mess it up. I sat there looking at the desk thinking which type of desk would be perfect for him. Well, he needs to plan as though he's Darth Vader about to build for the Empire. He needs a fancy pants desk and a fancy pants chair. And he generally needs to be able to sit himself quite comfortably, while also being able to show that he really doesn't give an absolute rubbish about anything except making loads of money and succeeding as a criminal. Which worked out really well. I mean, I had 11,000 left, 11,783, and I was like, I'll just spend ridiculous amounts of money on computer equipment. You're getting about amenities like ovens and freezers and fridge freezers, and making sure that my skin was clean, and buying him a load of useless rubbish that he doesn't really need, mainly for the comical edition of... Yeah, there's something later on, but I'll save it for then. But yeah, no, just pick fancy pants lamps. Oh yeah, I forgot the like certain items couldn't work, so I ended up dropping items in places where I didn't mean to. Bum, 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 bum. I love the way I'm like down to 9,000 and brought myself a whole VR kit for my sim. Basically, yeah. I wanted the whiteboard, but I didn't realise that you had to have a different thing for it, so I was just like, what else can I add to keep him like relatively unbored? We'll buy this table that I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but we'll find a use for it. Buy him a fancy pants chess table for $1,000, because although I'm down to nearly less than $6,000, I mean, it's $6,000, why not? Need those chess tables. Nothing else matters. As long as you've got items for fun. Buy him a grand piano or something just to further not worry about it. Yeah, the curtains threw me again. The curtains were another weird one because of not having played this. I couldn't work out how to get them to the right height. So that was more a mistake on my part. There you go, so you guys can... I'm there actually. Sorry about the webcam movement there. I was trying to sort it out. I'd moved it seconds later, so I should have just left it. By the way, if anyone knows whether the curtains can be extended, and I don't think they can, but if anyone knows, then feel free to throw the thing in the comments on how to do it. Like I said, I'm brand new to this, so yeah, there's quite a lot to it I've still got to get to. I was just like, yeah, that's not gonna work. We could try and just put two of those together and hope that it fits the window. clearly forgotten that I was running out of money at that stage though. But there's a later part which is even more hilarious. I was just like, that works, it works with a colour aesthetic. It's fine. I was just like, what else do I need for this? I've got the curtains. I just spend a ridiculous amount of money that I haven't got on a really fancy bed. Apparently really helps with stress relief. I mean, if only real life was like that. It just lowers your stress relief levels. Yeah, then there was me trying to work out how to rotate it to the right angle to fit it in the room. Oh yeah, this is this is where I realised that I'd run out of money, because I was like, oh damn, I forgot to put a bathroom in. I was like, how am I gonna do this? So I was like, let's mess about with the colours for a minute, and then I was just like, I'll build it onto the outside, and then thought I'd be able to take the wall down, except originally what you guys can't see, because I had to stop and start the recording, was it melded onto the fireplace at one point. I was like, well, that's not gonna work, so I need to change it. And then I was like, and now I've moved it so that there's a suitable amount of room to it. But I realised the door was on the wrong side, which was another thing with me and how I place buildings in this game. I was like, well done, you didn't bother looking at which direction the sim would be entering the thing. Because it's on the outside. There's no way he can like walk through the wall. I was like, I need to fix that. And then I messed up because for some reason, it was the layout of where the bath is to where the toilet system is. And I was like, oh, that's why it can't fit. Then I was like, trying to sort the camera thing out so I could see inside. And then yeah, for some reason, the thing glitched out where the door was. So actually, the door was nowhere near where it was meant to be. Unless it's kind of like Narnia and he's just gonna wander through there and end up like flying out through the bath. Or climbing through the toilet like in Trainspotting. I mean, that could be a thing, I guess. I mean, maybe that's how Noctis conducts his criminal schemes. If he thinks the police are gonna catch up with him, he'll just escape through the toilet. That'll be his escape method for the thing. He'll just escape through there and they'll never find him again. Just wait 2 weeks and then hop out from underneath the cellar. That's an idea, actually. There's got to be a way to put a floor in below once I've made enough money where I could use that as a way to activate his secret base underneath the house. I wonder if that's possible. I might try that. It sounds like it would be a good idea. Yeah, so I was moving the doors around anyway. And trying to work out how it was going to all lay out. I think I was trying to remember which wall was where and whatnot, and where the layout of the bathroom was. And remembering that if I moved one thing, that I'd have to remember that the rest moved and things. And it was one of those comical things. Yeah, I have a very unusual color layout. I must admit, that'll be a common thing throughout these episodes. I don't understand. I don't agree with color coordination, so it's whatever type of craziness pops into my head will probably be lived out within this game. Like if I could change if I could make every item a different like color scheme, that's what it would be. I remember looking at that and reading for the job thing, and then I was like, oh, that's why he hasn't gone to work, because he hasn't yet got work. That explains it. Yeah, and then I struggled with trying to change the views. Just all the cars going along, and there's this little plot of land there. And I sent him in there, and it said that he was happy. He had all these items to mess about with. And then there was this, he's just practicing VR. He acquired the video game skill. Like a professional. And I was just trying to build, because I wasn't sure which skills you needed to build up, so I was just like, let's just start with the simple thing. Like, because in between, while I was building it as well, my brother was watching me play it. And I said at the very start, I went, as soon as I start this and end up teaching him to cook, I have a feeling it's just going to go very, very badly. Yeah, now he's teaching an evil lesson, Noctis is. Now he's learning to become more evil. And create misery for every other sim in existence. Because that's what he does. Yeah, I broke the camera again. I don't know what I did there again. I think it was trying to move the mouse. Oh, and then I was trying to see inside the bathroom so that I could move it around so it would fit. I was just like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just move the items around as opposed to trying to turn the whole room. I guess it would have just been easier to turn the whole room around, but yeah, it was one of those. I wasn't thinking about it when I did it. Especially being new at the game as well. I was just like, But yeah, in hindsight, it probably would have just been easier to turn the room around. And then I was just like, that should work now. Oh yeah, this is where it goes a bit weird, because I don't understand what I did here. If anyone in the comments knows what I did wrong, then please feel free to point out what I did wrong with my wall layout that caused this to happen. Because I thought just by putting... I thought just by putting one in there and then putting the door on it, that fixed it. But for some reason it caused it to, as you'll see just shortly, it goes a little bit weird, and I don't know why it happened. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know what happened to the wall. It's just now a nice triangle shape, like, and then I tried that and it made it just worse. But yeah, if anyone in the comments can tell me exactly why that happened, just give me a better understanding of what I did wrong there. I'd be eternally grateful, because now look at that, there's just a giant, like, I mean it's good if he wants to walk in, thing, but that's not permanent. I don't know if it's where I put the door on it or what. I just have no clue. Yeah, that was me looking for more fancy door designs. Let's not worry about the wall that's clearly missing and got a hole in the side of it, no. And there was me just messing it, trying to put it back into live mode so that I could justify it. I can't remember what I was trying to do here. I think I was trying to face the door and then check that everything was working the way it was. It's just him working on the computer, learning to troll the forums, and generally trying to get up to a lot of mischief. I was just like, that's too dull, I need a different colour set of drawers. And then I was like, the desk is the wrong thing. Let's change that. And then he sounded pretty psychopathic while he was there. Huh. Yeah, I didn't understand that the job thing had already done, so I went to look for the find a job thing just to see what menu said in it. Then I had the crazy idea of making sure that he like knew enough things to like not burn everything down, or turn him into a secret agent was a future idea that I have. Like turn him into a secret agent that then goes rogue. Because I feel like that would be an interesting career choice for him. Once I've done the criminal one. Have him be a criminal secret agent. Or a tech guru that ends up like building things and then going like and then acting like Mr. Not Mr. Robot, acting like Elliot from Mr. Robot. So on the one hand he works for a security firm, but on the other hand he's like master hacker extraordinaire. All those things that like probably would get you in a lot of trouble in the real world, but in the Sims world you can just live it out like a real story. And then I was like, oh, I've still got $1,878 left. And what else am I going to spend it on? I mean, he's got the bed, he's got the cleaning stuff. And there's a very funny thing in a little while when I was messing about with it, where because as I was playing through it, my brother was watching these. There's a fatal mistake that I made later on, and my brother goes, "This is just like you in real life, basically." He goes, "If you were given a choice between things," he goes, "you would have definitely picked the first choice and not the latter." I was just like, I'll buy all these books for my sim and get him to level up his charisma and all the things. And I decided I'd buy him the fishing books for no other reason than to pay homage to Final Fantasy 15. As well as all the mischief books, so that he could, like, con everyone out of their hard-earned money. All the books have been purchased. There's so much to this that I've still got to learn about it, though. Like, there's so much. And that was the funny thing, because I didn't even look any guides up. I was just like, I'll just go into this completely blind. And whatever happens with it kind of happens. And so in a way, I was kind of like, as I was sitting there building things, I had a whole idea of how this was going to work out. And he just goes more and more crazy as he accomplishes so much more. I was just like, let's see what else I can build to this already impressive. Then I was like, oh, I need a kitchen, and I've forgotten that I have no money. I was like, what do I need that's serious? And what don't I need out of the kitchen things that I could buy? I was like, let's just buy the smallest fridge freezer going. And then I was like, but that's not good, because I've just realised I can't buy I have no cooker. So unless I'm going to make him live off fridge meals forever, it could be a problematic thing. And yeah, this is where my brother was watching me like have been built it. And I was saying to him, I went out for the I just realised I put all these items in, spent $5.5 grand on a VR mat, and I've realised that he has no cooker to cook anything. And my brother just looked at me and smiled and laughed and goes, "That's just exactly what you would do in real life if you were given $5 grand. You'd go, who needs a cooker? Let's not worry about that." And then buy a VR mat for no other reason than because you can. Like, who needs a cooker? You could easily live off fridge meals forever. And then, and yeah, then I decided I'd just get him to end up like learning to read the mischief books. What's illegal and what's funny? Seems like the type of good book to start with when you're trying to work your way up a criminal empire. What does one need to climb the ladder without getting themselves arrested? So many things that could be answers to that question. Who knows? That could be answered any number of ways. Maybe he should have ended up getting a lawyer degree while he was at it. So he could have talked himself out of the way that he could have got arrested. And so when it goes to court, they just go, "We haven't got enough evidence." There we go, Noctis. You're free again. It was one of those things. because you're trying to learn about how it was going to work and everything. I was just sat there and I just kept making him read till it reached the level that he needed, type thing. Most of it was just funny to watch what was going on around the outside while leaving him to read things. But there's a really chaotic scene later on that ends up that one just absolutely cracked me up, and it's probably gonna be my favorite like part from this episode because of what happens. I remember thinking, what does the yellow diamond mean, and not bothering to check the tab to do with his needs. And then I was like, oh, that's why. He's in desperate need to use the bathroom, but I also don't want to stop him reading the book. So there's only one thing to do for it. Take the book with him. Because that's the only thing that you can do. I mean, everyone needs reading material, right? So many comical things have happened throughout this episode, though. And that was before I forgot about the items that I was meant to be using for the thing. There's so much to it that I forgot. Yeah, I don't know why he clicked. I clicked psych himself up, and then he decided to jump in the bath for all of like 1 second. I don't even know why he did that. He just kind of went, yeah.
Poobda, Kranau Sherpa, Sishibo, Esenoi Hargreep, Samabe, Bepso, Flaswerb, Hibbs, Hibbs.
And I was like, let's go back and build this. Then I was like, let's sell the VR mat because I definitely need a cooker. And there was me just trying to move items and go, how's this gonna work? Well, we're just right in the corner, and hope that it works out the way that I need it to. I was just like, if I put it there, it should be fine. I was like, the cooker's not too close to the bed, so it won't catch fire, which is always a good thing in case that does happen. Then I was like, I'll put one of these sinks in and it'll be good. So we'll be able to work for the moment with just low scale items. As long as I don't destroy the entirety of the house. And then I was like, let's put a sprinkler system in because knowing my luck, at some point there will be a house fire. Due to my inability to bother not looking at what he's doing and leaving the sim to find his own needs. Which would have been great if, yeah, it had worked out exactly how I thought it did in my head. It didn't do that, obviously. But I'll explain why later on. There was a lot of comical things that kind of went badly. I was just like, I'll just send him back to do more computer work for the moment. He leveled up his mischief skill to level 3. He's on his plan for world domination and becoming very, very evil. Much to his amusement, as you could hear from that psychotic laugh. I'm kind of hoping that later on, if I manage to do it well enough type thing with the episode, once his mischief level reaches high enough, like he can get a group of sims to like work for him type thing.
Hey, Snoob.
And then teach them to be quite as evil as him. Not like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. He's not going to have a trapdoor where he just drops the Sims out of them. or Hank in The Simpsons. Although that would be quite comical to have, honestly. It would be quite comical.
Oh, yes. So.
Yeah, that hole in the wall there, as you can all see. The hole in the wall is still there. I still don't know how that happened. Like I said, if anyone knows how to fix it so it doesn't do that. I'm still not sure how it happened. But yeah, the house came together pretty well. I kind of just didn't really think about the budget. And $15,000 doesn't go that far. Particularly when you already think that you've made it to the master of the criminal empire and you haven't really. You're still the lonely beginner criminal that starts off at the bottom and has to work his way up. And hope that you don't end up sleeping with the fishes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what my fascination with colours is in this game, but yeah, it feels like every other item on the desk has to have a different thing. So nothing probably will ever match. But maybe it's better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. Maybe it is better that way. Maybe it is better that way, honestly. 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 Maybe it is be I just remember thinking he needs to level them up for when he goes to the job type thing.
Hey,
So I left him just
Snoop.
leveling for long amounts of time. And there we go. It says I had to perform 10 mean actions and be disliked by 2 sims. $17 an hour. Excuse me, isn't that bad though? That's quite a reasonable amount of money.
Oh, yes. Huh.
And he became confident. I love the way it's like Sims need to be more mean and dastardly to increase their actions. And he also needs to be evil and make all these things like mean to everybody. And I don't know why, but when I clicked light on the fireplace, I was like, if he ends up accidentally burning the house down as soon as he lights that fireplace, I'm probably not going to be able to rebuild the house because I won't have enough money. Just because that would be quite terrible if he accidentally burnt the house down using his own fireplace. I don't think the insurance company would pay out, honestly. It's definitely it was your Sim's fault and only your Sim's fault. And then I was like, yeah, let's just go grab his book. Make him read again. Make him read. Carry on reading. Figure out his plan to make millions and con everyone along the way. This time he's not because this time he's definitely not here to save the world. Definitely here to possibly only build it in his own image. And then I was like, what am I going to make him for dinner? Well, let's try vegetable dumplings for a start. I mean, there's not much damage he can do to himself there. Hopefully. Because I was thinking, let's try and avoid using the cooker and him burning the house down in one instant. Which is always one of those good things to try not to do. And then I was like, because the hunger bar keep going down. I forgot you had to, I didn't realize you had to click on the thing below it to get it task. Yeah, for some reason he had a really unusual thing where he'd just keep dropping whatever he was carrying wherever he did. And then it was like, hey, you've acquired the cooking skill by making vegetable dumplings. And he just carry on, like, building the item that he was trying to cook.
Nooch.
Yeah. I remember when he did that, I was just sat there laughing because I was like, you just needed to make a little less mess. Not make more work for yourself. Not throwing it everywhere type thing. And then I was like, what else is he gonna cook? I was like, he's made vegetable dumplings and somehow hasn't burnt himself on the tray. And somehow that plate spawned out of nowhere. Just stood there wondering, contemplating the meaning of life at this moment. You spray the monster under the bed. Then he's just like, just carry on eating. He's not worrying about anything. Carried on eating his way through the dumplings. I can't remember why I ever made him brush his teeth, and the other thing that confused me was why he'd be using hot water. Like, I'm just gonna go back and read my book. I washed the plate, I'll leave the plate in the sink.
Sabine binafta. Ho ho. Leneb squav.
The speed at which he's read through that book, though, he should have already finished it. What's illegal, what's frowned upon? It's like the secondary level of will this get you arrested or not? And if so, how do I not get arrested for it being the thing that he's asking himself at this moment in time? Oh, another thing that I didn't get, which if anyone in the comments can explain why it is. I don't know how many times roughly it takes for them to read the book level up. So if they can't read the level 2 book for X amount of time, then does it vary depending on the type of sim that you create? And yeah, I was just like, I'll just pay $400 for a bookshelf so that you can stop throwing them on the floor. You just sit there reading with no energy, or very little energy left. And I'm just like, 2 more days till work for him, 2 more days. Then reading what the different things, still try to refrain from breathing directly into other Sims' faces. Even though you have fresh breath, don't do it. It's frowned upon. The Sims may not like it. What the what? Alone the words make sense, but together this book is beyond my level. Yeah, so I tried to get him to read the level 3 one, which worked about as well as trying to get him to read the level 2 one. Didn't go that well, I must admit. But yeah, like I said, if anyone knows, then please feel free to put in the comments as to why that is. But for our first episode, it was quite funny because I was just like trying to work out what different things did and how it was going to all, like, how it would work in game. Trying to pick the right book up to put it away. And he just goes back to reading. Not a care in the world.
Flurba Sabe. Arva.
And then he starts laughing after he read a book and loads of things happen. I remember thinking, I was like, why is he laughing maniacally after he's just seen the thing in the book?
Brokizay. Shumbik.
He's like, what kind of chaos can I create
Flurba
here?
Sabe.
What kind of
Arva.
chaos? And then I was like, what else can I teach him to read? Do I try and teach him fishing, or do I teach him charisma? And they was just like, I'll just keep him reading for a while, yeah. He's like tired enough to fall asleep.
Zapula. Zabreeze.
I was like, well, the rest of it's good because the fun level is up to 4, which means you're definitely not going to be bored. And then it says about him being lazy, and it's like, he just wants to lounge around and not do anything physical. I was like, I wonder if his criminal element means that if he had to try and run away from police sims, whether he'd be able to do it than if he was lazy. Or would he just fall asleep? Just not worry about it. All the questions that came to mind about the Sim's personality traits. And wondering if he'd done the right thing with his life.
Oh, folks.
And he's like, I'm gonna go back to reading the book. But before I do that, I was just like, I need more things for the kitchen. So I'll buy him a $155 coffee machine, which he hopefully doesn't burn the house down with. If he can help it. As a precursor to allow him to keep some energy. Oh yeah, I made another fatal mistake with this as well. Because I didn't realize that, of course, if you used a drawer for placing items on, a counter, sorry. That occasionally he will just end up refusing to place items on. I don't know why that was, or whether it's just that my item layout was skewed, so that's why. But yeah, no, there was a lot of different things with it. And I was like, I'll just put one of those back, it'll be fine. And for some reason I thought I had enough money left over to place another one of them, but I didn't. I was just like, it'll be fine. I mean, I've got the fire safety equipment, so if anything goes wrong and the house should accidentally burst into flames, We should be good, one would hope. One would have thought that was the way it was going to turn out. But boy, oh boy, did it not do that. But more about that later on. But let's just say it really, really didn't turn out that way. I wish it had, but it hadn't. Then I was like, he needs coffee. He needs coffee to be able to start his day. Then I was like, he's got the coffee, he should be happy. Got some energy. Ready for whatever craziness the day holds. It's mainly him contemplating, I swear, why he was drinking coffee. Then going, it's not quite as bad. He needs to go to the bathroom soon. I love the way he was just like leaving any of his items like wherever he wanted. He left his coffee cup on top of the fireplace. Well, I guess at least it keeps the coffee warm, I guess. In case he needed to take an extended break for some reason. Why the fitness skill? The thing that I didn't get about that was that the fitness skill is meant to allow him to do workouts and stuff. But he's a lazy sim, so he's not really going to want to do that. It kind of doesn't really work out. I mean, he'd much rather nap, and yet he's got a fitness skill. I mean, what's that about? He just wants to nap. Unless that is his fitness skill. His fitness skill is being able to nap for long periods of time to conserve energy, and then build up more energy by napping longer. Yeah, what I really didn't get as well why he was leaving the cups and plates on the floor and then cleaning them in the bathroom sink. As opposed to the other sink where there is in the kitchen. Which would have made sense. That would have made a lot more sense as opposed to keep washing them in the bathroom sink. I don't see how that counts as a hygiene thing either.
Wicks.
Now he's looking up how to break into Area 51. And thinking, surely someone smart enough like me could manage it. That's what he's thinking. And he's just like, I need to distract myself from more games. So I'm gonna play more games. Here we go.
Whoa. Oh. Ganushta. Struba. Oh.
He does seem to have a serious thing with just laughing maniacally at the littlest things though. And then hitting the keyboard more difficultly as if to make it so it would work better. Which is not only quite amusing, but it just is like they're a criminal mastermind. He doesn't seem to have the most patience.
Jämfta.
And he's just like, I'll carry on, I'll carry on trolling the forums. Plan is to upset all the Sims of the world, then take over the world, just like Pinky and the Brain. Except he's also pretty insane and also not that bright at the moment. He's a Sim with plans for world domination, but at the moment the only thing he'll be planning to dominate might be just one street because he's not going to make it any further. And even less so later on when what happened. Because yeah, then it didn't go quite so well for him. Let's just say he ended up in a small amount of debt for reasons that probably could have been avoided. If only he'd just gone for the easy microwave meal at that moment. Just like, I'm gonna carry on just increasing my skill level. But no, there were so many things about this that were interesting, especially as a first-time player. Oh yeah, I didn't realize about this when I did it as well. If it's the one that yeah, it is. I tried to get him to cook eggs on toast. It doesn't go quite so well. He makes a bit of a disaster of it. Like, even I know how to flip an egg in a pan on a bit of bread with an easier way than he does.
Napsa. Oh.
Like, it'll be fine. On. Flip it. Well,
Yep.
no,
Oh,
he just threw it on the thing. It's fine, we'll put it back in the pan. We'll put it back in the pan and not worry about it. Try again. Try again.
Yes. Maps.
I don't know what that was meant. I think it meant he had no plate for it or whatever.
Oh.
And then he dropped the salt and pepper pot in.
Oh, neat.
And then dropped it on the cooker again. He didn't have a very good time. Oh, by the way, if anyone knows what that symbol means,
Spin
please put in
egg.
the comments what it means, because it drove me mental. I still haven't managed to work out what it meant. But yeah, then he decided to just eat cereal as opposed to try and carry on making eggs on toast.
Bisik. Swinke. Sarif.
Then I was just like, maybe it's not his destiny. Maybe it's not his destiny to make. Maybe it's not his destiny to make eggs on toast. And then I unlocked the achievement for introvert, which was kind of crazy.
Free nip. Borb. Whew. Scrape.
And then I was like, I'll just make him sleep again. I mean, leave the eggs there. Let's not worry about it for a minute. I mean, it's not like I need to worry. There's nothing bad gonna go from leaving the eggs there for 6 hours while he sleeps. I mean, the room probably stinks where he ended up throwing it halfway across the cooker. But maybe once he's had a nap, he'll be more inclined to try and fix it.
Nistibi?
Oh, or not.
Deus.
And then he starts dreaming about more food, but this time he wants cakes.
Oh, shway B.
And then he's like, I'll just eat whatever this is and not worry about everything else. I'll eat sandwich.
Swin K. Sarif.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I was like, I need to get him to clean this up because there's too much mess. And he's even left yesterday's mess still there. He wasted so much money on food though. Especially when he burnt them, when he ended up throwing the eggs on the salt and pepper pot. To be fair, I should have known that was where his bad luck was going to begin. As soon as he messed the eggs and toast up and the pepper pot up 3 times, I was just like, I should have known at that point it was going to go gradually downhill. But even I couldn't have imagined what happened, you know, to actually have happened till it happened. I think what was really funny about it was the way that all the chaos went on, and there's so many other things that ended up, like, I was just like, what the heck? How's this all happening now? And then he's just sitting there daydreaming about vegetables. What I really don't understand as well is that bed clothing design with those sandals. Can't think of anything worse. They're like terrible. I mean, he's treating it like it's a spa resort, not his criminal empire. I mean, no one's gonna want to follow him in those sandals. I mean, that stripy top's pretty bad, but those sandals.
Shibes.
He needs to burn them. He needs to burn them. I love the magical hole in that wall still for the bathroom. I mean, I guess if the house burns down, he can always just escape through that gap. He's just like, and transform into Noctis's outfit. Now those terrible sandals have disappeared. He looks like he's wearing a set of shower shoes in the other outfit. Here we go. Make him end up browsing more web and trying to make more of an imprint in the criminal empire world. Read the obituaries. Research different things. And he's just like, I'm just gonna look for these things. And make more coffee because I have nothing better to do with my day. Then he's like, while he's upgrading his skills. Noctis has reached level 4 of mischief skill. Ready for his first day of work, nearly. Oh yeah, I tried now to make him bake a chocolate cake.
Nistibi? Deplora?
Which goes kind of disastrously wrong. I can't remember why it does.
Swarpsa? Beseek?
I don't know if it's because there isn't another side for him to put the items on. If that's it, then if someone could tell me in the comments at the end, that would be... Trying to get him to take a selfie. I mean, any sensible criminal wouldn't take a selfie, because if they did, that would just be their anonymousness, like, gotten rid of.
Swinke? Sarif?
Like, I'll just walk outside for a minute. See what else is outside.
Swarpsa? Beseek?
Then I was just like, let's make him walk back inside again. And let's see what else we can search for. I was trying to hope by building his mischief skill up quicker, he would have ended up getting a quicker promotion. But, I don't know if it works like that. But yeah, it was on little things like that I was trying to work out. Excuse me. And I was like, the chocolate cake isn't going so well, so we'll just clean that up and stop him, like, leaving the house in a mess. Just random Sims walking by. I didn't realise that the job meant he was only working certain days, so when I started it, I didn't bother I didn't read that closely, the menu. So I kept worrying that he was going to end up missing his first day of work by oversleeping or something. Like all the crazy things that happen.
School, too.
Then I was like, he's got different career aspirations.
Whoa.
And now I've got to make him public enemy.
Oh.
And I was like, let's try and make him some food. Let's try and make him some food.
Oh.
So we will get him to make some mac and cheese. We put it together, we put it in the bowl, we're mixing it, everything's going quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing it in the pot, he's mixing it some more. And then the fire magically started as the oven blew up. And then randomly Sims start just walking in the house and using all my equipment.
Whoa.
as I'm gradually catching fire, and everything around me burns on, and the sprinkler system stopped working. It caught fire. His arm caught fire. He seems a lot more worried about trying to. And then magically, after he caught fire and everything, the sprinkler system had gone off. And meanwhile, there's just people standing there, using my equipment. And I just stood there and went, he had literally no luck. I should really get going now. So they walked in my house, used my equipment, and ended up like just using my equipment without asking. And then he decides to tell her exactly what he thinks of her and throw her out because his house had just nearly burnt down in a ensuing chaos. Call her mother a llama.
Klevite gaunim, Grinoi barsp pelka pinar.
And then he throws a drinker.
Oh.
Except it doesn't work.
Wow, Zarbno.
I think that was the moment that I realized that he was truly doomed. Tried to throw a drink at her and completely failed after the house had burned down and the fire sprinkler system hadn't gone off. And there's just his clothes completely like char grilled where the entire cooker had just completely exploded. Thank goodness the fire is over. Is there anything worse? It was just one of those. I couldn't believe it had happened, but I knew from the start. I was just like, yeah, there's gonna be a house fire at some point throughout this episode. And then when it actually happened, and he just stood there and literally just didn't stop panicking about it. That was literally the craziest thing ever. I was like, the most annoying thing was I was like, I'm now 150 or $300 down because the cooker exploded. I should have definitely just left him with a fridge freezer and no cooker. Everything could have so been avoided had that not happened. Could it have been any worse? Well, at least only the cooker caught fire, I guess. Good to see it's good to see the health and safety options in the house, mainly the sprinkler system, worked so well though as to not go off till after he'd literally caught fire and the oven had combusted into 1,000 flames. I mean, thank goodness the fire only lasted on the cooker and not everything inside the house. That would have been worse. Claimed to be a criminal mastermind. Yeah, he claims to be a criminal mastermind, but he can't work a cooker to save his life. That seems like it would be a legit thing. I remember thinking, I wonder if this is ever going to actually end, like where he'd caught fire. Because I was like, what am I meant to do? How am I meant to put the sim out on fire? There's like no nearby lake for him to go and jump in.
Yobda. Pomeray. Lenarget maybe. Shway bow. Tebow.
Don't talk about the crime club. So he decides to pickpocket her instead.
But here at Turinge. Flanobe. Namil.
Ooh.
And then he stole $76 off of her.
Smurgs. Shumba Smurgs Unga. Loonies. Gelsey.
Subtlety is the name of the game for a good pickpocket.
Pora, the fool. Har Norwo Grob.
Flowers.
Bo Peach. Obisha. Free Bono. Pauja.
At least he managed to get away with the pickpocket, even if he can't cook. I guess is the main thing.
Smurgs. Shumba Smurgs Unga. Narfa. Fazoo Wifta Bay. Oh, can a game? Oh, move.
After his failed attempt at cooking, he just decides he's going to eat cereal or whatever it was again. Which is probably the best option that he could have picked, honestly. I mean, because if that had if we'd tried anything else, who knows what would have happened.
Oh, new beam short.
Just like now I've got to put the books back. Oh yeah, he's eating apple sauce. Strange thing to eat after a cooker fire, but there we go. What am I going to eat? Because I'm hungry now that I've burnt the entire kitchen down. And that my cooker's caught fire. I'll just put apple sauce in a bowl and eat that. Seems like a comical thing to do. I mean, no one would be expecting that, would they? First day of work in 10 hours. Excuse me. And there we go, there's those horrible, there's that horrible stripy top again. And those evil sandals, those evil sandals. I remember thinking after the cooker had exploded and it caught fire, I was just like, now that I've sold the cooker, how am I going to get rid of all the marks where the cooker had basically caught fire and exploded? And because I was like, I can't buy another cooker at the moment. I'm not just going to put it over the top of the burn marks and hope no one noticed. He might be a bad cook, but he doesn't just end up trying to cover over the top. He'd be a pretty useless criminal if he just disposed of the, any of his criminal gains just by hiding them over the top of something. Then he's back to eating. I think he's eating more apple sauce again. Seemingly, as that's the only thing that he seems to stand at this moment. And he's like, I'll just go back to studying till I've got to go to work. Study some more, study some more.
Ha Huh.
Then it was just like, I was just like, how am I going to increase his skills before he has to go to work? We just like carry on letting him learn things while I'm waiting.
Oh.
And then staring back at the mark thinking, I need to get rid of this. I was like, no, can't put that there. Need to get rid of the marks first. Need to get rid of the burn mark. Just leave it just left there with just load of marks where it burnt and then put the other oven over the top.
Neat.
My sim's lazy, but he ain't that lazy. There was like just throw another chest of drawers there, so I've got more of them. Then I forgot because I hadn't put the cooker back.
Sorry.
It was the other thing that I'd forgotten about in all the chaos. I'd forgotten to buy another cooker. Which was mildly hilarious to me. Because I didn't mean to, I was just like, well, what am I going to build him? Well, I'll just give him some chips. He'll be fine, just give him chips. And then I was like, oh, there's someone new. I haven't met him before, so I just take my food with me and eat them while I'm talking to.
Conjibjoy. Gownin. Yasanar Pliffa. Anazook E. Sugarblue.
But just be mean to him so that I can try and accomplish my life goal for myself.
Shalbo Yorib Toonba. Shalbo de Brogi.
Burbachelif. He's Beniba Weln. Pator. Habare. Subao Habare. Noomfra. Usleg Bema. Payun.
Winox Buish Varspa. Esanoy Falurb.
Let's hope he didn't give away any of his ideas for his criminal plans. I mean, otherwise that would get him in a lot of trouble.
Meepew. Aquimba. Tenabib. Meepew. Aquimba. Lamita Noonkim. Shave Lungy. Benarb. Yel Scarbish. Cesare. Bouchard.
Dag Dag.
Dag Dag.
Pwep.
Benesh. Abano Mafrispa. Benefi. Sikafoos. Ashi. Whippasu Palingo. Canathoy.
Now they're talking about their favourite books, and now he's like, I'm gonna go and nap. And then I was like, now I need to go and pick this bowl up that he casually left after eating his food. Because that's what everyone does. You just leave your bowls outside and wait to clean them that way. And he went off to work. Make his $17. And then he was back from work and he made $136. He wasn't rolling in it, but it was the start of a good day. And he's like, I'm hungry, so I definitely need food. But seeing as I still haven't got a cooker, I've got to have another salad. While making sure that I don't somehow cause myself an injury while making the salad. Because we all saw what he did with the cooker not very long ago. Far too aggressive with that knife.
Ah.
Ah, casually cleaning his ear and then deciding to put it in the salad bowl. And then he reached level 2 of the cooking. No wonder that salad looks more green than usual. Got added ingredients in it for a starter. There we go. He's like, I need to sleep. There we go. Then he's back to reading his favourite old book. While making coffee. And he really shouldn't be reading that book while brewing the coffee. I mean, because we saw what happened. What happened if the coffee pot magically catches fire? It would only take 1 minute and he could have a rather nasty accident. And knowing that he's quite clumsy anyway, that wouldn't be a good idea. Just wouldn't go very well for him. He's uncomfortable because he really needs to pee. Otherwise there's going to be a puddle problem. You might have an issue. You might have an issue. I mean, more of an issue than he's already got wearing those horrible sandals. I wouldn't mind. How did he manage to burn his regular clothing out of it? He could have just burnt those sandals. And saved himself a lot of aggro. I mean, that would have saved him a lot of time and effort. Oh. There we go, we'll just use $8 to brew coffee. To get him through the next couple of days. Till he can buy a new oven. And hopefully not catch it on fire. All those things, all those things. There we go. He had to make sure he was clean before work. Thoughts now?
Nidna.
Make sure to remember to wash the plate before he leaves. And off to work he went. There we go. And he got promotion. Felonious monk. Which meant that it goes up to 21... Not 21, sorry, $23 an hour. And there he made, and now he was up to $1,305. So he can definitely afford a new oven. Then he tried to prank call his neighbour. Because what else is he gonna do at like 4:23 in the morning? But it turned out that when he decided to do the prank phone call, that it didn't work. You can't fool me, this is Noctis I'm talking to. Next time try pranking someone a little more gullible. So he failed. He definitely needs to improve his prank calls. And then he's back to eating another salad because he doesn't have an oven. Yeah, I don't really know why I didn't buy an oven. I think I was trying to save enough money to buy him an oven that he couldn't explode. And I guess maybe I thought that by him just creating salad, he'd end up doing less damage to himself. Which is one of those things. All those things that I managed to make him consider. I'm just glad I had enough sense to leave the items like separated away from each other. Because otherwise that would have been quite bad. Like if I'd not left them where I needed them. Then he's just like, I'll just carry on eating this salad. But yeah, the end of the episode is there for now. Thank you to everyone that watched and followed it along, and I hope you really enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Take care, everybody.